Hi everyone, this is Shauna Charoso, RAYAC Executive Officer, and this is my desk. In this monthly video cast, I go over questions that are coming across my desk every single day so we can have much smoother real estate transactions here in York and Adams counties. And the question that I have today to cover is, do we have a cash deal? Big question mark. So, wanted to go on a little bit about what does it mean when someone waives the mortgage finance contingency in the PAR agreement of sale. Now, as I always like to do, I like to give my disclaimers. You know I'm not an attorney. I do not play one on TV. So don't consider this as legal advice, and I always advise you to get your own legal interpretations over issues. But when we're looking at the PAR agreement of sale, if a buyer has waived the mortgage finance contingency, what does that mean? Doesn't that mean that you have a cash offer in place? No, it does not. It could mean that it is a cash offer, or it could mean that the seller or the buyer has selected not to make the sale contingent upon their ability to get financing, though they may very well do so. So the exact language says in the agreement of sale that this sale is not contingent on mortgage financing, although the buyer may obtain mortgage financing and or the parties may include an appraisal contingency. So what does that mean to you as a seller? So when the buyer is waiving the mortgage finance contingency piece on the agreement of sale, they still can get financing on the property, but the sale is not contingent upon that. So that means that the buyer is waiving some of the protections that are covered under that mortgage financing contingency. So if they're unable to purchase a property because they couldn't get financing on the property, they could be subject to losing their earnest money deposit because it wasn't contingent upon their ability to get financing. The other piece that you need to be aware of is even though they've waived the mortgage finance contingency, if they have selected to get financing on the property, the agreement of sale does provide that you still need to provide access. The seller needs to provide access for any appraisers or inspectors that are required by the mortgage lender or the municipal officials on a property. So yes, you still have to provide access for those appraisers and or inspectors if the lender requires that as part of the financing. So you need to be aware of this. I get this question quite a lot. I've had agents who've contacted me and said, hey, I just found out the buyer is getting financing on the property. Don't we need to do a change in terms agreement because the agreement of sale said that they waived their mortgage financing? No, you do not. The sale, it just means that it is not contingent upon getting a mortgage, but the buyer absolutely still has the right to get a mortgage on the property if they so choose. So we've also gotten the question about whether or not, well, how do I know? How about I want to make it clear that this is actually a cash offer so that the seller is aware that I'm not electing to get mortgage financing on the property? How do I make that clear in the agreement of sale? Can I simply just write in cash offer? Well, my advice back to you there is there's a lot more nuances involved rather than just writing in terms that say cash offer on the agreement of sale. You need to speak with your broker. You need to get legal counsel to come up with what those terms and addendum might be in that agreement of sale. If it is very important to your buyer that you're making it aware to the seller that the offer that they are presenting is going to be paid in cash as opposed to getting any type of mortgage financing on the property. That's a conversation for your broker. That's a conversation with your legal counsel to make sure you're protecting your buyers when you're developing that new language. All right, so I hope that information is helpful to you. If you ever have any other questions that you'd like for me to cover in this video cast, please feel free to reach out to me because my doors and ears are always open to you. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.